Hello, everyone. Adrian Groenewald, Me Vision Academy. Again, my privilege to hand a Successful Leader Award to a special leader today. And of course, Me Vision Academy is all about mobilizing successful leaders, but certainly also creating successful leaders. And we are about a journey to best self. We believe every single human being is on that journey to their best self. And the leaders we give this award to and that we interview are typically on that journey towards their best self. So we love meeting them. And of course, in particular, I've got a leader from Eskom, nominated by Beki Nkumalu, and it's such a privilege because a while back he received the award and he's been giving us nominations for successful leaders in his team across the organization. With me today is Dhiraj Bhimma. He's the General Manager, Production and Sales at Eskom Generation. And it's a privilege to have you with us today, Dhiraj. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Really much appreciated.
So, Dhiraj, let me go straight over to handing you the formal award, and then I'll ask you what you've learned in essence about successful leadership. An exclusive recognition of successful leadership awarded to Dhiraj Bhimma. And it's such a privilege for us for at least consistently leading self and others successfully, currently as General Manager, Production and Sales at Eskom. And then some of these points that were highlighted about your leadership, being a results-driven leader dedicated to improving generation to become the most competitive electricity supplier in South Africa, successfully leading his team to be actively involved in driving the generation recovery plan. So you've obviously helped be very successful at that and inspiring and developing future successful leaders. So these are just some points that we mention as we hand you the Successful Leader Award, and it's my privilege to sign it on behalf of Me Vision Academy, a journey to best self. So a formal congratulations, Dhiraj. Well done.
Thank you. And yeah, much appreciated. And I want to say thanks to Becky also for nominating me for this. It's so thank you, really. It bodes well, and it's thank you for that.
Dhiraj, there are many people on their journey to successful leadership out there, and maybe it's a moving target anyway, but what would you say to them? What does successful leadership entail?
Yeah, Adrian, there are many things. So yeah, I've got a career that spans 30 years in Eskom. So I've been in many different roles in Eskom. And I think I've gone through developing a lot of people. Like you say, leaders produce leaders. And for me, I think one of the key things, few things, there are many aspects, but I take, for example, I think where I am, communication is key. For us, communication is key. Respect and accountability, also accountability. I've been through looking after engineering in Eskom. I've been through the different stages of load shedding and where we are now in terms of the Eskom system. So, communication, decision making also is key. I'm not saying you will always make the right decision. It depends. Sometimes you will get it wrong, but you learn from it and you move on. And I think those are the some of it. You need to be adaptable. The environment where I am, it's a very changing. It changes by the hour. The system changes. I'm the link from generation to the system operator to say, this is what capacity I would give him. And let me tell you, it changes by the hour. We have failures in plant. We have changes in the weather. We now have all the renewables on the system, which really also creates havoc for us. So I think that's it. Lead by example. I think that's also key. If you lead by example and what you call develop skills. I've also spent a lot of time developing of engineers, supporting the people in generation. I'm difficult. I talk to a lot of GMs. I think you've gone through many of the GMs. We've got to manage risks. So risk management is key. but also, like I said, lead by example and support each another. And those are some of the things that I've picked up, I've seen through the time I've been in the different management roles.
So just tell me more about respect. What do you mean by respect?
So, Adrian, I think, we need to understand what, others' needs are, look at the conditions where the environment that the people in, and sometimes, by showing the respect and also the trust that comes with it, you will get more out of that individual. And that's how I see it, Adrian.
And so respect downward and upward. You're saying just
Upward, both ways. Even showing the guy on the floor down to the lowest level, what he does is not a menial task or whatever. It's really critical. And, I always say to the individuals that I work with, a person that's an ash plant or a super, a person on the floor, he's the critical. He can bring a 600 megawatt unit down to the ground. I mean, show him the respect. What he does is critical to this environment. And really, you got to appreciate that.
okay. And I'm interested. You're on this journey to your best self, and I'm not trying to say you've achieved it yet, but what have you done to get here to achieve your full potential?
So, Adrian, I think I've worked hard. I've been on a coal-fired power station as a boiler manager in a system engineer role. I've looked at outages. So I've spent a lot of time building and learning about the plant, learning about the individuals, and equipping myself with that skills. I've only worked for Eskom. I've only worked for Eskom. As I said, I've been with Eskom for 30 years. And basically, I've been, I've been an executive of the year. I've been a runner-up for executive of the year. So, I've done it by achieving, I think, the drive to make sure that the system is intact, to make sure that we meet demand every day. I think that's what drives me. I look at it. So you ask me, what have I done? I've had very little sleep, very often. If you ask people in Eskom, they will tell you, when do you sleep? So we go 7 days a week. We look at the system. It's Monday to Sunday. At night, I have people in my area that's on standby. At night, we look at it. So we make the call, and we would then inform, system operators. So that I must say, it drives me. I know my family takes some of the pain because they always say, you worry about Eskom, but that's it. I want to see us to be where we've been in the past. I think we are getting there slowly to become a profitable organization, and also, to get out of this thing that load shedding is always looming upon us, to be such that, it's gone and it's a thing of the past. So to me, that drives me, the technical skills, helping people, making sure that we get things done. I like to deliver on time. I want to deliver on time. It's me. I want to know. I want to plan. I want to know. I don't want to be always. And I know it seems like we work in a chaotic environment because of all the failures and changes. But I like to sit and let the plan work, and let's deliver. And people must show that accountability and deliver on time. That, to me, that's key. And that's what drives me. That's it. I don't want to hear excuses why it can't be done.
Dhiraj, thank you so much for your time. Before you go, what changed over the last 18 months? Because the same people, to a large degree, who turned it around, let's say in the last 18 months, plus, minus, and of course, there was probably a run up to that too, but nothing comes overnight. What changed? Because it's some of the same people, and then something ignited something that caused this miracle in our country.
Yeah. So, Adrian, what has changed? Look, a lot. Like you said, we also same people, but we got stable leadership. I mean, with Becky coming in, directing us, there was no excuses. The finances were given to do the maintenance. We created the space to do the maintenance. And then we also started to get people to do what they have to do. I mean, on the generation recovery plan, we said we will do certain things. We're delivering, we're tracking it, we're getting people to do what they need to do. And it's the same one. So it's driving the accountability, it's driving the delivery. And I think also from the top, senior leadership, we've got good support. I mean, you know, at one stage, we would say, Eskom, we are not doing this maintenance because we don't have the funds to do it. That excuses are gone. We've been given the space to do what we have to do. I think, you know, now if I sit back and I look at, you know, I mean, look at our diesel burn, it's reduced drastically also. So now you're also not using your reserves like you should. You were not, you know, so now you use your reserves for those bad days also, which is what you've created that flexibility for ourselves. Bringing the UCLF down, the unplanned, is what has also created that space by saying that I can now buffer for these uncertainties that come. And then I do my planned maintenance when I have to do my planned maintenance. So I think all of that is all, you know, has resulted in us getting in where we are now. And we need to just deliver on what we promised to deliver.
Yeah, and no doubt there's much more to talk about. It's been an amazing journey. Thank you for being a good leader, Dhiraj, and for accepting the award, and all the best on the road ahead.
Oh, thanks, Adrian, and I appreciate it. I want to end by saying, yeah, I give the GMs on all the power stations a hard time every day, and I push them, but I thank them. I think we are here with their support, and also with for Becky, who's let us do what we know best and just supported us on the back and let us proceed and deliver on the mandate we have. Thanks.
Thank you.